No worries.
Thanks, Mr. Reed. Well, I best get to bed. Good night, and thanks again.
Night, Sal. So, what was this emergency about?
Oh, do you really want to hear about it?
Oh, why not? You're always interested in what I'm doing.
Fair enough. It was an attempted suicide. One of the women out on bail. Just a minute. Have you done your assignments?
Of course I have. Well, Sally did stand over me a bit.
If I tried that, I'd be in a fight in a minute. Maybe she should move in here permanently. Joke.
Mrs. Barry's late coming in, isn't she?
I'll stay until she arrives. There are a few reports that need doing. In fact, I've been thinking of doing one on staff and inmate relationships.
And what exactly do you think that'll achieve?
It might prove to the department that men shouldn't be working in a female prison.
If and when you get the proof, Miss Bennett, I'll hand the deputy governorship over to you personally.
Excuse me. Got another guest for you. Well, come on, we haven't got all night. I'll take the charge sheet.
I'll take it. Good. You know the procedure, Anderson. Well, you lasted longer than I expected. I knew you'd managed to find your way back here somehow.
What happened, Doreen?
I only took 2 bottles of grog.
You address all officers by name. Surely you haven't forgotten that.
No, Miss Bennett.
I'll be able to handle this, thank you, Mr. Fletcher.
Just see she's put in a cell with someone she knows.
Yes, I know where we can put you. In with someone who'll be really pleased to see you back.
I don't mind being on my own, Miss Bennett. I don't want to wake anyone up.
You better get used to being in a dormitory, Anderson. That little escapade mightn't have seemed much to you, but you broke parole. I'd say there's every chance that you'll be serving the rest of your sentence. Thought you might like to meet your new cellmate, Smith.
Doreen! What the bloody hell are you doing here?
You've got 10 minutes to settle in, Anderson. I'm sure it won't take you that long to tell them why you broke parole.
For God's sake, you silly little idiot. What have you gone and done?
I'll give her a chance, Bee.
I'll give her exactly 1 minute before I thump the living daylights out of her.
Oh, everything was going okay and we were celebrating and the cops didn't know what we'd done and they were going to let me go, but Lizzie thought they were arresting me and they weren't. Anyway, she came and put her foot right in it. And everything was really good. Then it all went wrong.
I'm just a good-for-nothing, stupid old cow and I ought to be locked up in a hole in the ground. She was doing all right till I came along. Do you reckon they'll lock me up?
After serving so much time for something you didn't do? No, they'll probably just fine you, that's all.
Well, what do you reckon they'll do to Dor?
Well, she broke parole.
Yeah. I'll never be able to live with myself if they put her away for something that I did. I've buggered up her life. And all because I can't lay off the grog for more than 2 minutes. Well, that does it. I'm not going to touch another drop. Never, ever. Never. And I can rot in hell if I go back on my word. What am I going to tell Kev?
Look, you go to court the day after tomorrow. They mightn't do anything to her.
Yeah, and he doesn't have to find out if she gets off. And I'm going to see to it that she does get off.
How are you going to do that?
I don't know. But I'll do something. You just wait.
Don't do this to me, Sharon. You know I can't stand it when you go silent on me. How many times do I have to say I'm sorry? You just can't throw away 3 years together and pretend they never happened. I mean, don't you care? How can you love somebody, spend all that time together, and just pretend nothing's ever happened? Sharon, I know that the only reason that you turned to Chrissy was because You needed someone to look after you. You know, make a fuss over you. Well, I always did that, didn't I? Oh, why won't you answer me? Sharon! It's my trial today, damn you! I can't go and face that knowing I have nothing to come back to. I committed a crime to get in prison for you. It's all been for you. It's always been for you. Don't you care?
Not that kind, Bryant.
Oh, God.
I want to see the governor.
What about?
Something the narcotics squad should be very interested in.
I'll let her know. Come on, O'Connell.
I heard you're the one who set me up.
You were getting too smart for your own good.
When I get out of here, I'd watch it if I could. And that goes for B. Smith, too.
Look, I've been inside too long for a little girl like you to scare me. Now, be a good girl and eat your breakfast.
O'Connell?
Coming, Mr. Fletcher.
Hello, Dad. Look, I won't keep you long, but, look, I don't want Sally to go to the clinic by herself today, so can I borrow the car?
Well, isn't there somebody else who can take her, a girlfriend or something? Well, listen, Tony, she's not entirely your responsibility, mate. You come in.
You wanted to see me?
Oh, yes. Tony, yeah, that'll be okay. I'll leave the keys for you at the front gate.
Thanks, Dad.
You sure he didn't mind?
No way. You know, it's funny, but ever since you came here, he and I have been getting on much better. Hello? 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 Is there anybody? I thought heavy breathers only rang women. Must be women's lib or something.
Well, she seemed okay when I saw her last. But in my opinion, she should have somebody with her all the time. It's not too late to organise bail, you know that.
No.
I can't understand why you're being so adamant about this. It can't be all pride.
I know it's Mr. Fletcher's money. I don't want to be indebted to him.
Well, I'm sure that's the last thing he would want. He was hoping that you wouldn't find out where the money was coming from. That's why I agreed to go surety on his behalf. All right, I'll talk to Mrs. Davidson, see if we can't arrange for you to visit your mother. You're absolutely sure that you won't?
Thank you, but I'm quite sure.
I'm sorry to hear about your mother.
Why don't you tell me it was my fault?
Pardon?
Well, if I'd let you pay my bail, I would have been with her. None of this would have happened, right?
Look, let's just forget about it, okay?
Mr. Fletcher, it's just that I don't know who to trust anymore.
Well, isn't it about time you took a gamble and found out?
Don't let me interrupt you, Mr. Fletcher.
You weren't interrupting anything, Miss Bennett.
What's he been saying to you?
What do you mean?
Inmates do have rights, you know. If Mr. Fletcher's been trying to take advantage of you, then the governor should be told.
No, he hasn't.
On the other hand, if you think you'll be getting it easier in here by getting friendly with a male officer, you'd better think again. If you're caught, it can go just as badly on the inmate as it can the officer.
That's a disgusting thing to say.
I'll be keeping my eye on you. Just remember that.
Well, didn't you think you might get caught? You knew the conditions of your parole. You had some money from your mother's will, a nice bloke to marry you, and you went and blew the lot.
B. Look, Sharon's got something to tell the narcotics people. You think it could be about me planting those pills on her?
Ah, no way. Look, if she wanted to lag, she'd just tell the governor. It must be something else.
Oh, she's going to be trouble when she gets out of the pound.
Yeah, well, it's Bryant I'm interested in.
Well, she only bashed you so she could get near Sharon.
Yeah, well, if she wants to play games, I've got a few I could teach her.
O'Connell, aren't you supposed to be working in the kitchen?
Well, yes, Miss Bennett. I just brought some clean clothes for Doreen.
Oh, Miss Bennett, I've read your report on Bryant. Her trial's this afternoon, so I think we better keep her in solitary until then. At least she'll be out of Smith's way.
She won't try anything without her lackeys, and apart from O'Connell and now Anderson,